I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
To ask you to good. Glad we straightened
Have you
that
heard?
out. It's no secret the Ino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the
He'll
Dawn
come
Brotherhood.
around.
But who's going
Don't
to
be
stop
so
him?
sure of that. We've intercepted couriers.
Only the
from
foolish or the courageous
The
approach a
Empire's
Jarl
putting a
without
great deal of
summons.
pressure on the White
Do I
Walkers.
know you? Ah, yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. Really? But he hasn't returned yet. So I'll need to wait for his account. For now, I'm always looking for able fighters. See, so long as... And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us,
I'm not much of a strat. For Ulfric, he seems to value my... I don't really have a mind for war. Grew up here. Lot of history in these walls. Trying to make some more.
Message.
It's a lucky time.
if by message you mean shoving a sword,
Talos guide you.
gun it.
Taking
Ulfric's not. If you are, then you talk to the man himself. At first, we fight. The sound of our fury. Skyrim, worse still. And what? Ulfric, and we'll cleave through the Legion to get to them.
Dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of
If you have any news of the Western Holds,
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not,
The people are behind you.
many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
terrible shame.
How
what
many
happened
of
to
their
those women.
sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find a country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land.
To, weak to, rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find a country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people. Impoverished, too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find a country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people. Impoverished, too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Whatever you...
I'm not much of a strategist. But
Speak
Lord
with
Ulfric listens to
Garmar.
my
He'll
counsel
size you
all
up.
the same.
Damn Tullius. He's pocketed men in the rift. It's dangerous having Imperials. My father, the great bear of Eastmarch. I, his only son, forced to deliver. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, clamoring in angry voice. The throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I killed Torek to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend him? I challenged him in the traditional way. True, but that was his father. He was too privileged and too foolish. There hasn't been a true High. For too long he's been It's time we had a real High King, one of our own make. Soon enough, we will march on Solitude. And on that day the heroes of Sovngarde will march with us. Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards. Given my shouting Torek to the... However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce, but rest assured, we'll win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paws.
We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died. Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, why? We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us.
Go with the gods.
The Stormcloaks are finding I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
I do the cooking and cleaning around the palace.
Trouble? Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll?
If Ulfric, mind what or who you practice this on.
What is it?
Strength and steel are well and good, but magic is the true power in this world. Don't need to pay me no mind. Keeping the palace clean and the Lord's fed ain't easy. But it's honest work.
I mostly deal with petty thievery.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak
Come and see what is for sale, traveler.
How can I assist? How can I assist? Take a look. May your road lead you to warm sands.
Hold! 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 Hold!
Oh no! By the gods! This can't be happening!
I don't think you were followed. Come on, I have a plan. I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely. The Thalmor ambassador, Ellen. I can get you into one of those. I have a contact inside. His name is Malborn. I'll get word for him to meet you in Saw. While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Ellenwyn's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions? Sounds good. Be careful.
You need a reliable horse in the Reach. That's what we have. Traveling. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ready to go yet? First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city, capital of Skyrim, but I'm sure you'll...
Hold! Hold!
can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Need something? Really? Here's the deal. Don't plan. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've gotta go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Not my thing, but who am I to judge?
You're naked! How did you do that?
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Naked! Naked, naked, naked! I hate it. Everyone feels sorry for me, so they don't treat me too bad, but... Both my parents were in the Legion. There was an ambush. Keller said she'd feed me if I could make myself useful. I'd take care of the animals, run errands, that kind of thing. I guess it could be worse, but I'm sick of sleeping outside with the horses. I want a real home, real parents, not this. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh well. Thanks anyway, I guess. Talk to Gaiman if you want a horse. Or Catla.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. But the only way, which means when you're ready, you'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. I guess that will have to do. Don't worry. Just make sure. Good luck.
Ah, a fellow latecomer to Ellenwyn's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please. Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Here's my invitation.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. And you are? Don't worry. My party... But first, please, what is it, Malborn?
So sorry to interrupt.
That the Dark Elves
It's
are made
just
to
that
live
we've
that way.
run out of the Alto
I
wine.
couldn't agree more. By the way, have you heard any interesting rumors lately?
Of course. I've told you before
What is a
not
fellow...
to bother me with such...
pardon me, friend.
Yes, madam.
Allow me to introduce
My
myself.
apologies.
My
We'll have to get
friend,
back
you are
later.
very
Please,
perceptive.
enjoy yourself.
I have a powerful...
Yes, what do you need?
Cannot be slayed.
Of course. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted. Here you go, sir. The finest Colovian brandy.
Mm-hmm. What does a fellow need to do to get a drink? Ah! If there's anything I can ever do... Wonderful! I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend. Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back and behold my handiwork. Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention?
What can I get for you, sir?
I have
Farewell.
an announcement to make.
Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Toast to Elenwen, our mistress.
What are you
I
doing?
speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although...
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Who comes, Malbon? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed. I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong.
It's pleasing to hear you say so.
Come on. If someone misses...
Did you see those rogues running around this morning? Who are they with? More of you. Mr. duty enforcement.
Bow to
I'll let you live. This time. Never should have.
Force Ruda!
Soon all know. Will be thralls to the Thrallmore.
That's it!
Is the
That's
only
your best!
Mercy! Time for you humans to learn your...
Not quite good enough, are you? You are but a dog, and I am your master! I'll get you!
I need that money. I earned it. I have my own expenses, you know.
Silence. You're dead.
No! Elven supremacy is the only truth!
Kill you! I swear it! Death is highly overrated.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it. Fine, whatever you want. There's this... Yes, that's all I know, okay? Why don't you just kill me already? What? Who? Yeah. Come on, this way. If you like, but we need to find a way to unlock
Listen up,
that trap
spy.
door.
You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or
Never
you
should've
both
come
die.
Hey, be careful!
God damn you! No more! I yield!
I'll see you burn!
You made it out alive, at least. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Did you learn anything useful?
Give me a mug of ale. Coming right up.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's... You mean aside from wanting to kill every Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before... He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention. Ironic, right? Even so, we've got... Do they know where he is? You'd better get... Oh, and when you find Esbern, just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it
More
means.
than enough. Besides, we still haven't paid for the last one.
Well... Find some coin for you, I always do.
Until then, I've no ale for you.